Good morning, everybody. Kate here at Second Verse Paper Studio. I know it's been a bit, but I hope you're all having a wonderful start to your week. I had the day off yesterday, and since Junk Journal July is right around the corner, I spent the day getting ready for it. I'm super excited to show off my Junk Journal July base here. For those of you who have never heard of it, Junk Journal July and Junk Journal January are these amazing free art challenges hosted by Meg at Meg Journals in partnership with Get Messy Art. Meg has put together a daily prompt list as well as this massive YouTube collaboration with different artists showing their own unique takes on all of the prompts each day. It's a huge community builder across YouTube, Instagram, the whole bit, and it's just plain a lot of fun. I participated in my first event back in January, and I learned a whole lot about myself and my art style, and I even managed to get more organized in my craft room throughout the course of the month. Digging for specific supplies as inspiration struck really helped me get a handle on where things are now that I've moved. I will link Meg's channel where she's got all the prompts and she kind of talks about how this works, as well as my January journal flip through down in the description box below. If you're interested, go ahead and check those out. Now, I guess on to July. This journal is a little bit bigger than last time. Common advice for these challenges is keep it small, keep it manageable. And last time I really did follow that. This was a teeny tiny journal. But this challenge I went just a little bit bigger because I had some heavy cardstock wedding invitations that I used as the base of these covers. So that kind of determined my size. This journal is 5 by 7 inches, I believe. Yeah, 5 by 7. And of course, because it's me, it's going to be an infinity style journal. I just really love doing them in that style. It helps them, saves the gator mouth, I guess, by splitting it between the front and back so it stacks up straighter. And it really lets me not worry about adding too much bulk. I can just keep going. One major thing I've changed from last challenge, though, is that I'm not going to bind in these pages officially until the month is over. I've just kind of tied them in place with a loop of string. If I'm working on something really wet or really gluey, or I have just some major disaster, I'd like to be able to pull the pages out as I see fit and slide them back in or rearrange them as needed. Although I'm pretty happy with the way they're mixed through here. The other pretty big change for me, different from last challenge and different from my art style in general, is that all of my base pages are already pretty heavily collaged. I do use a lot of book pages and sheet music and like all of these materials, patterned papers, in my journals in general, but usually they're kind of like this, where one whole page is one thing. I decided to push myself a little bit and leave a little more to chance and give up just a tiny bit of control this time. Some of the most fun I had actually back in January was when I had unexpected textures to incorporate, or well, like this page right here. This page happened because the previous day this was a half page, just sheet music strip. and I wanted to glue this piece on there, figuring it'd be a cool, different height, add some interest, kind of like on this one where you can see the next page. Well, I misjudged how high to put my glue, and because I couldn't pull the pages out, I quick slapped a piece of scrap book page on the back and made it a full page. Well, it ended up being kind of perfect with the whole insects and fairies theme. And then when I turned to this page, I had the butterfly that matched the fairy, and the rest of it just kind of happened. And it was so perfect and so wonderful, and it would not have been anywhere. I don't think I could have come up with that if it hadn't been for that little oops and the extra book page mixed onto the sheet music. You know, I'm kind of rambling, but the point is I would like to have a little bit of that chance element in it in my journal to start with, I guess. So what I did was I made a Franken-paper spine, infinity spine, so just a big long accordion with as many folds as I would like. I actually goofed. It was supposed to have been 2 on this side, or 2 signatures on this side and 2 signatures on that side, but I miscounted my folds, and that's where we're at. So I've got 5 signatures instead of 4. Not a huge deal. Then I made a template page just out of scrap paper, so I knew how big to make my little Franken-paper sheets. And then I just went collage crazy. I had all kinds of papers, some of my eco-dyed stuff, book pages, cardstock, printed papers, tea-dyed papers, paper bags, some ledger paper. So I just went kind of wild with it. Let's go ahead and do a quick flip through so I can show off some of my pretty papers, and then I'll talk about how I'm going to approach the challenges this month. So on the cover, again, there's like a wedding invite inside each of the covers, but I made a belly band on here and just a little scrappy notepad because this was kind of getting flat to me. I like the idea of having something brighter to set it off. Got some map sheets in here. I went for kind of a mix. Usually I tend to do more nature stuff, but again, I'm pushing outside my comfort zone a little bit for these challenges, and so I've got a mix of natural and man-made stuff in here. You know, big photos of forests and like your botanical sketches and stuff. And then I've got things like fashion advertisements in here. Here's a thing on enameling for stoves and furnaces. Why? No idea. I liked the paper, I guess. Speaking of liking the paper, you guys might laugh at me, but my absolute favorite paper in here is this one. And I don't know why. I like this kind of vintage, limey, and it shows more brown on camera, but in real life it's got more green in it. And it's double-sided, which made it perfect for doing these Franken pages. Some of these pages got kind of thick because I had to cover up just plain white. I say that, but that's a book page. Pictures from a Victorian address book, vintage wildlife stuff, dictionary pages, some of my tea-dyed stuff. Planner pages, notebook paper. I'm already thinking ahead and looking at some of the prompts, and this might end up being my maximalist page. It's so loud compared to the previous one, but it makes me happy. Some pretty little birds. Oop. I don't know that I'm going to decorate the back cover. I might just leave it plain this time. I haven't decided. I have a bicycle repair guide in here. See, already I wasn't thinking very much about it other than just mixing textures, you know. I didn't want 4 different kinds of plain typed text on one page. Other than just spreading it out, I haven't really thought about what I was putting together. But some of these already are speaking to me. And kind of pairing themselves up with some of the prompts. These bows will not be here at the end. Like I said, this is just to temporarily hold things in place. And I'll officially bind it later on. That ended up being pretty. So already this is just kind of a pretty collage book. I'm really excited to start getting into the prompts. And I have a few ideas about like which pages might go with certain prompts, but beyond that I really don't know. As far as approaching the prompts, last time I did them all in order. Day 1 I did prompt 1, day 2 I did prompt 2, and they're all in order in my book, all neat and nice. But I know not everybody does that. Some creators will pull 4 or 5 prompts and try to combine them to make some crazy page. I have decided to do them out of order at least. Give myself a little element of surprise. So, what I did yesterday while watching a movie was write down each of the prompts on one of these little papers. This one happens to be day 2, pop of color. And what I'll do is, whenever I draw this card, I'll find a spot in my journal that I think a pop of color would be fun. Maybe on a neutral page like this. Do something bright across it. And I'm going to do like I did last year, or last challenge, and go ahead and post them in shorts so you guys can see what I'm doing. But then when I put the playlist together, I'll put them together in order. So I may end up doing day 31 first, but by the end you'll have the full playlist, and I'll do a big flip through, and I think it'll be fun. I think the element of surprise with the box will help me out tremendously. There were a few last time that I just wasn't excited about, or I got in my own head the night before and got all worried about it. And I just don't want to do that. That was the least fun part. So I'd rather not have the warning. I looked at the prompt list long enough to write these down. Honestly, I don't remember a whole lot of them. So it'll be a surprise. What I post each day will be a surprise. And if you'd like to join me in this challenge, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if you're going to join Junk Journal July, and if you have your journal made up yet. And that way I can follow you back. I would love to see what you're all doing this month. Like I said, this is a massive community building exercise, and I can't wait for it to get started. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy crafting.